Alison Sullivan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. Welcome to my Sunday Live. I'm just going to go live over on my Facebook group. Just get it going here. Hopefully I'm going to go live. Doesn't look like I'm going to go live. Okay. Let's see here. We can get it going. All right. So it doesn't look like the group's going to work again. I've had a couple of problems here. But hopefully it's... Hi, Keisha. Good morning. It's okay on my Facebook page then, eh? This streaming is going to be the bane of my existence, Keisha. Okay, so I'm really sorry. I advertised that I'm going to be on the Border Buddy group, and it's not letting me go live there. Okay, and my internet is really slow, and we lost power this morning, and there's a lot of things going on. But anyway, that's too bad. But hey, that's, let's see, maybe I can go live. Maybe I have to click that. You know, Facebook changes things, right? And so sometimes what worked yesterday won't work today because that's what they do. But anyway, it doesn't look like it's going to work on there. So I'm not going to waste any more time. And I'm just going to go with the people that I've got. Good morning, Leanne. How are you, friend? Thanks, you guys. Leanne, you're over on YouTube, so that's good. Thank you for going over there because that proves it works over there. Keisha, if Meta goes wonky, like it did the other day, and it cut off after 4 minutes, please go over to YouTube, okay? So I'll be over there for sure. All right, let's get going here. So we're going to play with a brand new kit that I just got. It just was released on the 5th, so Tuesday. I thought it was really unique, so that's what I got it. But the other reason, hi Pam over there on YouTube, good afternoon. The other reason I grabbed it right away was, even though it's brand new, it's on sale. Oh, you can stay here, sweetie. Like, so you stay on Facebook, Keisha, so I can see that it's working, okay? And then if you lose me, nip over to YouTube. Okay, so this is regular price $32, which is a deal. But during the in-color sale, during August, it's on sale for $27.20. So it's on sale. Now, this in color special, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, in color, like inks and paper. It's so much more than that. It is blends and markers and any kind of designer series paper that has one drop of the new in colors in it is on sale. And that's why this kit's on sale, because one of the colors, I think, is maybe strawberry. We'll check it out. We'll see which one it is. That's the reason it's on sale. Okay. So mini catalog time. Here's the new mini catalog. It's not going to be live for customers until September. We're in a pre-order because demonstrators get product before customers. So if you want that little benefit plus your discount of 20%, then join my team. And you can order product right now. So that's so cool. I can't show you the inside, but isn't the outside pretty? Gosh, so many pretty fall and Christmas products in here. So if you buy from me regularly, you're going to get one in the mail. It's already on your way. Its way. If you're new and you don't have a demonstrator, you can ask me to send you one. If you've been a customer of mine in the past, I'll send you one. You just have to reach out. Okay, that's basically what I'm saying. Reach out. All right, so shall we do the bunch of thanks? Now, when I open this today, like, here's what I do too, you guys. There's a plastic covering on here. I take the label off and I stick it on here. Okay, I should actually write the price on here, and that reminds me when I do it. So the color to this kit is Mossy Meadow. Nice bonus, all the extra stuff with in colors. I know, I thought it was just going to be ink. I know, it was really quite misleading, wasn't it, Keisha? And then we were like, what? Look at all this stuff. Like, there's pages of stuff. Anyway, we're excited about it. Okay, so I just grabbed my large pad because I prefer to use it. But if you're giving this as a gift or you don't have Mossy Meadow, then just open this up. And instead of stamping into the pad, you put your ink on the stamp. It's pretty simple. Okay, so what have we got here? Thanks a bunch for, oh, thank you for your love and support. Thank you To, from, so very grateful. Those are nice. Let's grab our little kit here. Now these are very unique cards. So I don't know how these go together. I haven't even seen a video on these. So let's keep our fingers crossed that I can figure it out with everyone's help. We'll figure it out with everyone's help. How's everybody doing? It's hot here today. Well, it's hot in my office. I'm sure you can hear my fan. Can you hear my fan? If you can hear my fan and it's too annoying, I can turn it down. But I was kind of perspiring. I'm having my own personal summer, I think. Look how pretty these are. Oh my gosh. So how many are we getting? Let's have a look. I guess I could help if I had the instructions. I always forget to grab the instructions. Oh, because they're on the opposite side here. So here we are. And we always talk about how fantastic this is. Stampin' Up! Gives us the, cut the English so we can line it up. And then you can see if there's a stamp missing, you know which one it is. And it comes in English, or you can order it in French and looks like Dutch. Yeah, French and Dutch. Okay, there you go. All right, so what have we got here? What's it going to make? It's going to make 8 cards. Here we are. And look at the envelopes. No such thing as a naked envelope. Isn't that pretty? Those are pretty. And okay, let's have a look. So are there different designs? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, there looks like there's 2. So it looks like there's 4, 2 designs, 4 of each, I'm going to guess. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, and so when the instructions are here, it shows you the bits to collect for each one, and then it breaks it down how to put them together. Okay, so I think this might be straightforward. So we're going to use the same fronts for both, obviously, okay, because that's the same. We're going to need 2 envelopes. Okay. I know you guys are like me, and every time we get one of these, we think, oh, that looks nice. And then we make it, and it's so much prettier than the stuff you can see online. That New Brunswick has 10 fires burning right now, and some out of control. Yes, I heard, and Nova Scotia is not great. There's 100 wildfires in British Columbia right now. Now, they're not, I don't know if any are out of control. We have such bad fire seasons here where they evacuate whole communities. We had a town, what was that, Leanne? A town about 3 years ago. And it was so dry that I think it was a train going through, and the sparks off the wheel, off the wheel and the rails, ignited a fire beside the railroad tracks, and the entire town burnt to the ground. And it's horrible. It's horrible. So stay safe, okay? Yes, I saw that. There was no, you can't go in the woods, and I see there's a bit of controversy about that. But I'm thinking, gosh, what would be, can you imagine if you went into the backwoods and the fire started and you got stuck? Oh my gosh. I don't want to think about it. So stay safe, Pam, okay? Hi, Kim. Good morning. Good morning. Linton. Yeah, it was Linton. Yeah, it was awful. All right, what do we need? We need one of these, it looks like. It's got the little flowers. And then another one has more like eucalyptus. That's how I'm going to differentiate them. So that looks like, there's 4 of each. Okay, so we need one of those each for the cards. We need this. This is like our linen thread. It's awesome. And then we get some dimensionals, and you always get a block. So if you're giving this as a gift, you can be confident that they're going to have everything they need. They're just going to need glue, really. Okay, so let me grab, I'm just going to use my block. So the first one we're going to use is Thanks a Bunch. So thanks a bunch. Remember that cute set that we had, you guys, with carrots? And it was Thanks a Bunch. I thought that was really cute. This is a cute card. to give if you were giving flowers, like a bouquet, and you could just change the sentiment to be happy birthday or whatever it is you want. Right? Nobody said that my thing was too, my fan was too high. So thank you for that, you guys. Thank you for your support. Okay. For your love and support. And then the other one is thank you. So very grateful. Okay. So thank you. And so very grateful. Normally I would clean these off between, but I'm being kind of lazy. And because I've gotten so many kits, look at all the blocks I've got. It's one way to build up your blocks, you guys. Now they're not as thick as our regular blocks, but they're just as good. They're fantastic. So use them. Plus they seem to be my cleanest blocks. Okay, here we go. All right, we got everything. I wouldn't want to be stuck back there anywhere. No, I agree, Pam. I know there's people that are really upset, but I think sometimes the people that are really upset aren't actually aren't hikers anyway, and they're just trying to cause chaos. And I think people tend to forget that there are real humans that go into those forest fires and save our cities and our forests, and they put their lives at tremendous risk. And I think people need to just be grateful and go, okay, it's just a weird season, and we'll just, yeah, that's just me. Call me crazy. I think they're causing trouble too. I think that's exactly what it is. It's just, how can we get everybody worked up about nothing? Yeah. Anyway, you stay safe. My brother-in-law they live in Fredericton, and he is a back outdoorsy guy. He's a retired physician, but he's a guy. He's got his guiding license and everything. And he's like, no, just stay safe. All right, we've got everything we need. Okay, let's start. Should we start? Right. Number 1. Here we are. Card number 1. So we want to ink up thanks a bunch and for your love and support. So, okay. So first of all, the thanks a bunch is going on this little label. I like to practice. You guys do that? Just make sure that everything is, oh, that's perfect. Okay. So thanks a bunch. Okay. And then on the actual card base here, we're going to stamp for your love and support. So it looks like what we're doing is just going, I'm just going to make sure I've got this in the right place. It looks like it goes right here. Don't you love photopolymer stamps? Oh my gosh. There we go. You can see exactly where we want to stamp that. So let's close that ink up before something ugly happens, because you know it always does, right? Okay. Now, next up, it always shows us on the instructions. See there, that means that's where they want the Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's put those on. It looks like an angle here. And then it's going to want us to put, oh, I see, sort of. So we want to fold this up. Gosh. And then once we folded that side up, we're going to put that here. Ah, okay. Like, I'm seeing how this works. I'm taking these off. I'm saving those because the ones that came in the kit are mini. They're the mini ones. And so clearly it wants us to just use little guys. So if I were to angle this like this, that's sort of how they want it. I'm going to put them right onto this piece rather than on here, because that's just easier for my brain to get around. Okay. All right. Then what does it want us to do? It looks like it wants us to fold. Oh, no, this has got to be higher. Sorry, guys. This is good. This is why I do it with you guys, so that you can see what I do to figure it out, and then hopefully it helps you when you go to build yours. And I'm going to put, yeah, that's what it wants, a free flow there. Okay. And then this one gets folded. So you can see thanks a bunch, kind of, right? Should we use our bone folder to do this? How cute are these? These are super cute. Okay, then we're going to take our linen thread, and it tells you to 14 inches, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to keep it on my little spool, and then I'm just going to tie it around and tie in a little bow, and then I'll trim it off so I don't wasting. Oh gosh, there we go. Although they give you quite a bit. Looks like it's just a simple little bow. We're not trying to wrap it around several times. That looks good. And then we'll just trim this off and trim that off. Well, one done. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And then they just would slide this off and they'd see thanks a bunch. And then they could, let me show you. So this is, they would open it up and then it would say thanks a bunch. And then you could write your little saying there. Isn't this great too? Because there's hardly any room to write. I like that. I know it's bad, but I always think, what am I going to write? What am I going to write? So anyway, this actually, oh, sorry. We've got more to add. We're going to add this. And it wants us to add this on like that. So again, we're going to be just on the lower part there. Like that, pop that out. Okay, so I'm going to just put it here. And I'm guessing, guys, which sometimes for me is not a good thing, but we can always take it off. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's do it like that. How's that? Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Okay, that's even better. Because now if you wanted to dress this up, you could put some rhinestones on or some other embellishments. You could use your Wink of Stella to add some sparkle to the flowers. But isn't that cute? Hi, Kathy. How are you? I'm glad you found me. Kathy, are you on? I don't think you're on the Border Buddy group, are you? Because I couldn't get it to work over there. No, I can't get it to work. So you must have found me over here. Thank you for finding me. I think I'm going to abandon trying to go live on the Border Buddy group. It's just not cooperating. Anyway. Okay, so this is all you've missed, Kathy. We're making the thanks a bunch. Was it thanks a bunch? Bunch of thanks. The little cards. This is the brand new kit. It's so cute. All right, so that's card number 1. So you'd make 4 of those. Okay. Number 2, we're going to stamp So Very Grateful on here. So let me get that. So Very Grateful. Grab our mossy. Yeah, you couldn't see it. It's not working over there. I think, remember on Wednesday, it cut out after 4 minutes. It's Meta. It's something to do with Facebook. You love this kit. I do too. Anyway, it's Meta. So I think we're going to have to just come to my business page or my YouTube channel from now on. I don't even think I'm going to try because it's just too frustrating. People are going to be like, where is she? Anyway, so So Very Grateful. And then we're going to stamp thank you on the inside. Love that. Okay, and I guess it's going to be similar. We're going to take our grateful, we're going to fold this over, get a nice crease with our bone folder. Okay, so we're going to have that just like that. This is going to fold over. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to put my little dimensionals because we're using the baby ones. There we are. No, they're not babies, they're minis. I'll use those. I'm just going to put them right on there rather than my label. I don't know, just me. I find it easier. Oops, so let's put that up like that. And then we're going to fold that over. Okay. Now we're going to add this little spray of flowers. And it looks like we're doing the same thing that we did on the other side. But I'm going to actually wrap first, I think, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so this one here, we can put some dimensionals right here along the bottom. My daughter's visiting from Toronto for a week. I'm so excited. So I'm not going to be doing a live on Wednesday because we're all going out for a family dinner. So I won't be able to do that. But I'll be back next Sunday. Maybe I can get my streaming service to tell me why it's not streaming properly to my Facebook arts. But at least I'm still live today. It didn't cut out after 4 minutes, right, you guys? Because you're still talking to me, so I think you're good. I often think, Pam, that sometimes it's, like in Vancouver, our main thing is in the winter when people go skiing and they ski out of bounds. And then they get stuck or lost or injured. And then volunteers, these are volunteer search and rescue, have to go in and grab them. I know that they don't want to charge them for the price of it, but part of me thinks, if you're going to disobey, then anyway, they say it would discourage people from asking for help. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, you guys. All right, so there we go. Oh my gosh, look how, okay, can you look at that? Look at the dimension and everything. Whoops, isn't that fantastic? Love. So this makes 8 cards, 2 of each. Pretty. All right, now, what else can I show you? I have a class coming up. Let me show you some cards from one of the classes that's coming up. Okay. Floral impressions. No, we're not having a class on floral impressions, are we? I thought we were. But let me just show you some cards anyway. Goodness gracious. I put them years ago. My friends are going to laugh at me, but years ago we used to put them in like these set samplers. But anyway, so I made a little set sampler. Okay, so this is Floral Impressions Suite. This is Impressions of Bloom Bundle. And when you make a purchase with me in the month of August, you're going to get 12 projects for free. Videos and all the measurements and everything you're going to need. Isn't that pretty? Look at that one. Love that one. This one I can't